one of the things that I just stumbled across maybe 2 or 3 days ago. So again, it was prior to the inauguration today,
Hmm.
and I don't think it's an accident. I mean, people can look this up. Is that Facebook or Meta?
Hmm.
Uh, it's called Meta now, but Facebook has decided to walk back from DEI, which is diversity, equity, inclusion.
Yeah,
So so
DEI,
so
yeah.
so they're walking back on that, right? And and again, I just think it's kind of serendipity that today happens to be Martin Luther King Day. Um, and here I'm gonna give my opinion. I'm gonna give an opinion here,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna say that Martin Luther King uh, version of equity and equality is 1,010% better than any DEI that exists right now. What makes Martin Luther King different than the DEI crap that we get today
Mm.
is that it was focused on that it's it's the person, like every person is a human being. He
Hmm.
was focused on a human being, and that everybody's equal in the sight of God. I mean, he was a reverend, right? So
Mm.
I mean, he was a believer in God, a man of the faith, and his thing was that everybody's equal in the sight of God, and that's important. Like now you have DEI, which I mean, it's like all you're doing is checking a box. Like, are you a person of color? Check. Are you a person with a disability? Check. Are you whatever. It's all like check, check, check. It's not about are you a human being? I'm going to treat you like a human being
Hmm.
with
Rather
the
than rather than classification. Like,
yeah, it's like how many check box do you fill? They've got everybody in these little boxes saying you've got to fit this little box, and
hmm.
and then you got to fit in this other little box. And if
Hmm.
you've got two things wrong with you, if you're racialized and a person with a disability, then you get a smaller box, right? It's
Hmm.
not about let's value this person as a human being anymore. It's about let's see how many boxes we can stuff you into. Knowing that Trump was coming into power and knowing that today is Martin Luther King Day, I think it's wonderful serendipity
Hmm.
that everybody's starting to wake up to the fact that you know what, they got diversity, equity, and inclusion wrong. Instead of making it what it should be, instead they painted huge targets on everybody. The more boxes you tick, the bigger your target is now.